Okay, started live. Okay, what about you? Anybody? Bashir, Amrish, you can share your opinion
Ma'am,
and then we can, yeah,
ma'am, I'm working as a SQL Server database admin and I have 3 years of experience. I want to upgrade my skills, so I want to join these classes.
great. Bashir, you don't want to speak?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi, Divya.
yeah, hi.
Yeah, I am also working at SQL DBA. Yeah, actually, I am looking for in any opportunity, but it is very less call. That's why I moved to cloud side.
Good, good. So you are all SQL DBA, like Shanmukh's YouTube
Yes, yes.
channel followers. Huh?
Yes,
I took the
students.
answer classes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So diverting reverse to my portion. That's great. Okay, so let's not wait. We'll start and we'll go inside the data engineering. What is data engineering? Why we are going for that? And today I just want to be a formal discussion, like it's not a class or something. So it should be like somewhat interaction session. By that you will get some insights of this. So it would be useful for you. And I want you people to interact with me and I won't take much time. This session would be like not more than 1 hour. So then tomorrow onwards, we can move into core concepts. So the first query, what you are having in your brain
Uh,
when you're thinking
ex-
data
Excuse me, ma'am.
engineering? Yeah, yeah.
These classes are for weekdays, na? Tomorrow is a weekend, means Saturday, Sunday.
Not weekend classes.
This is
Generally,
weekdays, na? Tomorrow I will not be available. That's why I'm asking.
so it is
I am,
Amrish. Yeah. So
yes.
You're providing the recordings as well, Divya. Just want to verify in case if
everything you will
anyone
get.
is
Everything you will get. No worries for that.
okay.
And these are not the weekend classes. We will go for the weekdays only. The timings would be the
Okay, okay,
same. Most of the cases it would be 9:30 to 11. Hope
okay.
that will be okay for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. It is fine for me.
Okay. So Sri Krishna, you also SQL DBA background.
Yes, ma'am.
Just call me Divya. No worries.
Okay.
So in this field, actually, I'm having 12 years uh, as a data engineer, and my travel is like it's very, we are having very ups and downs in everybody's career. And comparatively, others, when I'm comparing with other IT professionals, uh, data engineering is a stable job. Like nobody is there to pull you out from that position because it is critical. And when you are going forward, you will understand how important it is to the industries, to the business, whoever doing the business, and to who to whom this can be applicable, and all these things we can see it going forward. But as of now, just we are having some gelling up the things, like we just discuss interactively. So what is in your mind when you are thinking about data engineering? That's my first question. If anybody is voluntarily sharing your answer, that would be fine. What is in your mind when you are thinking data engineering? Nobody?
Taking raw data and making reports that's used for business purpose.
Yes, very correct. So when I'm saying it is data engineering, you need to think like that. So you are getting data and you are making something with that data and giving it to somebody. That is what our work here. That is what our job. Like why we need to take the data. What is the purpose of the data and why we are using that? And why a data engineer?
Sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt, Divya. Are you sharing the screen?
I'm not sharing anything. I'm just
Okay, okay.
speaking. I'll start sharing. Before
Okay,
that,
fine.
if I start sharing, you look into that
Yeah, that will be fine.
and you don't interact. I don't want to be like this. So
Yeah, okay.
what is the need of data generally? The data we need. Suppose if you want to buy something, for example, if you want to buy one car, then because all boys, right? So you're fond of cars. So when you are trying to buy a car in your budget, what you will do first? What is your first step to do if you want to buy something?
We will,
Budget planning.
we will
Budget. You
check the
already
review.
decided your budget. It's not
Ma'am,
a
we
Yeah.
will check the review of that thing.
Your product in the market, which one is best for our budget?
So which one is best? Which one is providing more features? And which one,
Yes.
which engine is going to be like the CC is going to be more, and what is the mileage you are getting, and what is the with this
And
budget you are
specifications.
getting
Yes.
LI wheels or not, or they will provide the interior and all these things. You will get some data. You will collect some data from different sources. Just think like that. You are collecting data from different sources. The source may be your friend, or maybe internet, or maybe the nearest car dealer, or maybe sometimes you will go to the mechanic also. You will ask mechanic because he is having that knowledge, car mechanic, which one is going to be good, and your friends, your colleagues, and you think you open the internet and you will find all the data, and finally you will make one decision. So that decision is very
Yes.
important for you, right? Because you are spending the money on the top of it. So if this is all data engineering. So whatever you did till now, that is all the data engineering. Then who is the source? Who is the, otherwise, what is the source? What is the target now? Source is we are getting from different sources. Who is processing all this? This is processed by me because I want to buy. And the final destination would be buying a car. Some point, like whether I can take the first hand, second hand, and many things I'll discuss with my family or whoever I'm close, and I'm taking one decision on the top of the data. Am I right? This is what exactly
Correct.
happening with every businessman. For every businessman, if you considering, suppose if I provide you Hyundai, so they were having many cars, models out there. So in that, which one is selling in best way? Otherwise, which one is like more interested in people? They were interested in particular model. People are interested in particular model, and they were not looking at some other model because the features, the color, and the model of the car, it impacts. So all this data, whatever you are having, all this data should be given to the businessman who was doing this business, and he will take the decision whether I launch this car, or shall I continue this car in the market, or shall I stop it. So this decision is very crucial for every data engineer. Now let me share my screen. Just go through my, and we will see how many openings are there and what is the prerequisites for this, and all we will discuss. Just give me a second. What is important? Data. And before going into this, just try to see how many openings are there for the data engineer outside. In India, you are having 27,000 plus data engineers already existing. Already existing is the number is more, but the data engineering jobs in the LinkedIn is 27,000. If you go to the Naukri, it would be different. If you you can see it when you are going with data science. Data science is nothing but like data engineering plus data analytics, which is nothing but data science. We'll come to that point also. So here you can see 2,78,000. Now everybody is having in their brain what does this AI can replace the data engineering? Let me check the AI engineering vacancies. Now we can see that we are having in particular zone or somewhere, you are having 27,000 plus data engineering jobs. You can see how many jobs are there. Only 700. So this is nowhere
Yes.
a competition to your data engineering. So there are some jobs that were not replaced by AI because AI can't take a decision dynamically. You need to write some algorithm for that. You need to give some models for that to understand. So depending on that, it will create your reviews and all, and it will automate the process. But only one thing I can assure that this data engineering is going to be changed. Till now, whatever the data engineering people are doing, that is different. From this trend, when AI starts, it is different because some of the jobs which is automatically done by the data engineer daily tasks that can be replaced by AI, but not completely. So data engineering is not going to be replaced by AI. So for the next decade, you don't have any threat for your job, and you have that bright future in the data engineering because without data, there is no business at all. So if business is somebody speaking. No? Okay. If you have any doubt for this session, you can interrupt me at any time. Okay, we can discuss that. And why I'm starting this means like everybody is learning some skills for their better future, for their best positions in their jobs, right? So when you are going with this kind of comparison, like what is the trend now it is going and what would be the in future, what would be in next 10 years. So I started my career 12 years back and I thought for 1 decade I would be settled in this data engineering. But now I can assure for 1 more decade, you need not to go back and check what is happening. And the most paid jobs, highest paid jobs, this is all internet only. This is all Google. I'm not doing anything. Just Googling. You just check here. See, there is a data scientist, data engineer. So machine learning product manager, and these all are like those who are having more experience. But for the 3 to 4 years experience only, people are getting for if you go with cred. Anybody know cred? Cred.
Yes, yes. Credit card bill payment.
Yes. If you are good at your skills, you can earn like see this range, you can see it here. And if you want to know that the highest package of a average salary for this is, you can see it, how much it is. 52 lakhs per annum. And you wonder that would be for 3 years experience data engineer, not for 10 years, 15 years. It is like that. So if you are really interested and if you are really, you want to improve yourself and you want to explore more things, data engineering is vast. That is right. But if you start with something, then you would definitely be in a good position that you can earn like for 3-4 years experience only, you will get nearly 52 lakh salary there. So the most highest paid jobs, even more than data architect, more than your project manager. So data engineer is very crucial to the business industry where you are doing. Why? Because suppose if I am having one, you see, MACD sales. You are having a dashboard here. This is a Power BI dashboard. I'm getting everything in the internet, in the Google itself. Even you can search it. So what I'm saying, you can see monthly same store sales growth, McDonald's. So you can see it, July you are having 6% increase, September you are having 8%. The highest would be the March, it is hitting 12%. So who is providing all this information to that businessman? This is provided by your data analyst. And how the data analyst is getting this data? This is all due to a data engineer. So without a data engineer, there is no dashboards. There is nothing, no businessman can decide which product is selling more in the market, which is not in not given interest by the people. So this data engineering is very crucial. And if your choice is to switch to the data engineering, that is very great because you are having multiple opportunities, and not only in India, you are having more opportunities in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, like UAE, and you are having in US also. So this is a very good, option to select which field when you are having your doubt. If you are already working, then the person who is not aware of anything in the data engineering. So no worries, I'm here to help you, to lead you into that position where you can, clear your interviews and you can be placed. And after placing also, you can work with confidence because I'll train you like that. You need not to worry for that. And who can do this? Data engineering. First question, why data engineering? So the answer would be, without data engineer, there is no business decision. Shall I increase the font? It's okay. And second question, who can do this? For this, the answer would be anyone who is having degree with computer background. Any degree. It may be BTech or your BSc computers, any degree with computer background. How much experience they need in the IT? For me, zero years. We don't need any experience for this. We need only interest. And third one, what are the prerequisites for this course? Prerequisites for this course. For this, you must be aware of at least like basic knowledge, not into the advanced level or not into like at least some basic knowledge on SQL Python is required. So if you are not having that knowledge also, you need not to worry we will start. Like, I assume that you having zero knowledge in this data engineering. So for this, the prerequisites of this course is core Python plus basic SQL. Fourth one is very important to become a good data engineer. That is consistency and dedication. Without this, how much knowledge you have and whatever you having with you, even you are having PhDs, masters, or anything, you can't achieve, because without consistency and dedication. So you must be very consistent when you are practicing whatever I taught in this class. You go home and you practice, and you come with the questions for the next day. So this would help us to grow, right? So without consistency and dedication, it's impossible to learn any course or any new skill. So if you are able to give just 2 hours out of your 24 hours day to upskill yourself, in correct way, then you will reach your goal in very short. Like, so this course will take 2 months time. So it is like because we will have some holidays and Saturdays and Sundays and all these things. So at least I need 45 days session to complete this course, and the course content would be provided to you by Shanmukh, so you can collect from him. And this 45 days, if you consistently understand, and if you are not missing any classes, and my best suggestion, like, I have faced this, and that's why I'm telling you, like, don't skip any class, don't go for the recording, attend the live session. If you are attending the live session, it would be a responsibility for you, like, today I'm attending this session, so at least I need to understand this. And I don't encourage any passive learning, like passive thinking. When I'm teaching you at least for 1 hour, 30 minutes, if you give your time to me, then I'll shape your future. I'll assure you that you would be in good position in next 3 months, because this is September. All the projects are going to be slow down. So by the time September, we are having October, November. By November ending, we will close the sessions. December starting onwards, you will get new opportunities, because the projects are going to be open up in the December. September, November, this is the best time to take the classes. September, October is going to be somewhat dull in the market. You can, if you are having any HR friends and anybody, you can contact them, or you can inquire them. So this period is very numb. So if you, even there are many more data engineering jobs outside. So this would be numb. So by this course is going to be ending, you will get more opportunities. If you practice thoroughly for this 2 months, you will definitely going to be placed in the 3rd month itself. So if you practice along with me, and if you are interested in this, and I'll provide you all the material which you require, and all the recordings would be with you, and the questions frequently asked in the interviews, that would be given to you. So most of the people here, I think this audience, or around 4 years of experience they were having in SQL DBA. So if you are understanding SQL DBA, then it would be easy for you to understand cloud. Why? Because why we went for the cloud is, cloud, like, it is taking, the base of the cloud is 1 DB only, right? We are storing all the data in initial days in databases only. So we are storing the data physically. So what is a database? The data is going to be stored in one disk. The same, by taking that, that in the mind, they have started developing, storing the data in the RAM, temporary memory. So that temporary memory, now it became the cloud. So this cloud, where it is storing your data in their data centers. So there would be racks of storage. So if you understand DB properly, any traditional DB, then you can master the cloud. Not only this cloud, if you understand Azure cloud, AWS would be the similar one. If you know one cloud, remaining clouds would look like the same. Only some of the features are going to be changed. If you know how to drive one car or like one bike, the same way you can drive other one, right? In the same thing, if you are understanding one cloud, then you can go for the next cloud also when you're upgrading your skills. And why Azure? Okay, that is fine. We know now what is data engineering. Then why we are going for Azure? So from childhood onwards, we are very familiar with the Windows. Who has designed the Windows? Now you are having in your Windows system, right, with you?
Microsoft.
Yes, Microsoft. Azure is also a Microsoft product. So people are more familiar with Windows and Microsoft products. So Azure are also Microsoft product. So you can easily follow that and you can easily understand the tools. So there is no complexity to understand the things. So shoot me if you're having any questions. Am I missing something or you need more clarity about anything? If you have any doubts,
No,
let me
no
know.
doubt.
Even no doubts?
No.
This is great. Having some doubts would be more interesting. At least have some. That's fine. So just I'll go through some of the concepts. And as I told, we require SQL and Python. And that core Python, whatever we are having, that I'll provide you the material. And if you need, we can take some more classes for that also. And for SQL also, if you are not having the basics, that is fine. We'll start with the basics. That would increase 10 more sessions. That is fine. I'll start and I'll explain you the basics of Python and SQL also if you need. So by that you can understand easily. So now if you are okay, then we'll go for the data engineering. How it is like the evolution of data engineering, how it has happened and all. We can see it now. Fine, no doubts, right? Okay.
And
So
I have one doubt. I
yeah.
have zero coding knowledge like SQL coding or Python. So can we start from basic?
Yes, we can start. Have you done mathematics in your
Yes,
graduation?
yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes, right. So you know coding. Who said coding is a different part? Like you know the iterations, how it is iterating, and you know the binomial expressions and all. Even if you don't
yes,
remember, you practiced it at one time, right? So coding is also like that. So those who are having the mathematical foundation, not like mathematics means again you go for the calculus and integrations, not like that. Just the basic mathematics. If you know the basic mathematics, then you will master the coding. No worries for the coding. Don't look about the coding and fear for that. It is easy. And one more thing, the beauty of data engineering now is everything is integrated with AI. You know, Copilot, Microsoft is giving Copilot for you. And if you are opening the Databricks, you are having AI support over there. So if you don't know any query, if you just type the question there, it will give you the query. So there is the tool itself supporting you to write the code. Even if you don't know how to begin also, if you, this is my requirement, I'll show you ChatGPT. Most of you have used, I think, right? How many of you use ChatGPT?
we are using, ma'am.
Nobody.
I'm using, ma'am.
I'm using in my daily work.
Oh yeah, that is our daily task now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know how to write coding. Okay, I have some, like I just want to create a table in SQL. So I'll write this, I'll ask this ChatGPT, create table in SQL. In the same way, you will get in your tool also. If you, so I forgot to mention something here. Tools here we are using Azure Data Factory. Azure Databricks. Azure Synapse. And with this, I'll give you bonus SQL, Python. Sufficient knowledge. To write code without ChatGPT. And here in the Azure Databricks, we are using PySpark module, which is nothing but SQL plus Python on the top of Spark. We will go through the course content. No worries for that. These tools we are learning. Who is a data engineer means, suppose here I'm having this is basic data engineering concept. You know Swiggy, right? How many of you know? Everybody knows Swiggy. Zomato, Uber. So here is a hotel. You are having food here. Customer ordered food through the Swiggy app. Okay. Who will take this order to the target, which is nothing but customer? Is Swiggy delivery boy. Am I right?
Right.
He will take that parcel and keep in his vehicle, travel, and deliver this to your customer. This process is done by your Swiggy delivery boy, which is nothing but data engineer. Don't feel bad, but this is a hard truth. The data engineer takes the food from source and he will process in one space. He will deliver that to the client, which is nothing but data analyst. Next part is data analyst. So our job is to get the data from different sources. Source may be Salesforce, on-prem, AS400, anything would be the source. Any DB, suppose it is SQL DB. We are taking the data and loading this data through Azure Data Factory into the warehouse. What is warehouse? We will discuss in future. This is the job of a data engineer. What he will do inside? Suppose I am giving an example. If we went for suppose if we went for the hospital. So what they will do? They will take OP. They will write your name, your details, your problem details, age, your area, and your phone number. So do you believe that the person who is taking your data is pretty good to write everything in proper way? Suppose I'm having 50 columns, not 50, 5 columns. In that 5 columns, one column is patient name, another column is patient age, another column is patient address, another column is patient phone number, and next column is patient problem. So some people are like that, they will write In the patient name, they will write the phone number. In the patient address, they will write their name. Like that, they will shuffle. That whatever data entry operators you are having it healthcare domains, or you are having multiple sources. So you don't get data in proper format. So if you are getting data, such kind of data, that data is not good data. So based upon that data, Power BI can't produce any dashboards because it will produce with the fields. Field is nothing but columns. So who will clean the data? Who will clear the junk? Who will clear the nulls? Who will do all these things? It is all done by a data engineer. Data engineer will refine the data, how the oil is going to be refined, how the sugar is going to be refined. In the same way, data is going to be refined by a data engineer. It should not be done with by any AI, because this is a process where you are doing all dynamically depending on your business requirement. So every time you can't go and change the model of the AI. So that's why data engineer is going to clean the data and provide the clean, cleansed, refined data to the data analyst. This data analyst, what he will do, he will take the data and he will give the data to the Power BI dashboards by selecting different KPIs. KPI is nothing but like, suppose if you are having suppose I want North region sales. I'll provide that to the Power BI. I want this. So Power BI will produce the dashboards like how we have seen the MACD dashboard. So all this is done because of the data engineer. Data is engineer the first step for the decision making of any product. That's why CRED is giving that much salary. Why? Because CRED is having multiple transactions with that. So all the transactions has to be verified by the data engineer. And if you go for the Meta also providing, Google also providing, Facebook, Meta, Google, all these companies, they were providing highest salaries than data analysts, than data scientists to the data engineer, because he is the one who is the cause for that data to be cleaned and provided to the data analyst. By that only business analyst is going to collect that information that can be produced. And that based upon that, their business is going to be increasing. That's why you are getting that much salaries. Okay, I forgot I started something. So these are the tools. So this ADF we are using here, and transaction and everything would be done in the Databricks ADB. This warehouse we are using here, Synapse. Synapse warehouse is again a DB only. How you are having your SQL DB, in the same way, warehouse is also a traditional DB only we are having. We are getting data from different sources and we are loading. Being as a data engineer, you must know if something has been assigned to you, first question from you is, what is the source? That has to be your first question. And what is your target? So from where I need to get this data and where I'm loading this data, this must be known by you. And this is, I'm telling you in the first class, in the demo class itself. Why? Because now people are there with 7 years, 8 years experienced people. They don't even know. When I'm doing interviews, I was very shocked. Like they keep 4 years, 5 years. What is your source? If I ask, they don't know the source. But why they were doing this process, I don't. First question you need to ask for any task, not only in data engineering, anywhere. What is the source? Next one, where should be the data going to? And third question is, what you require. So this is the data, this is a source, this is a source, this is a target. What you want to do, like what is your requirement? That has to be asked by you. Then only you are able to do the data engineering. Even in the interviews also, they will give you many aspects. So then also you need to ask boldly 3 questions. What is your source? What is the destination? And what is the process you require? If you know these 3 questions, the answer would be easy for you. And this is all we are learning. If you see this one, in 1760s, the industry is depending upon your water and steam power. And in 1870, industry is on mass and production and electricity. In 1969, it is computers, automation, and robotics. In 2000, you are having internet. The people who were born before 1995, they know what is the internet era. Because before that, if you want to do something in the internet, you need to go to your internet centers. They will charge 30 rupees, 20 rupees per hour. So we'll sit there and we will send a mail and we'll come back. If anybody is having that experience here,
Yes.
nobody.
Yes, ma'am.
All are
Yes,
younger,
ma'am.
very younger. Huh?
No, ma'am, I have experience.
Yeah, right. So that experience. Now what happened? Now if you want to send a mail, you are going to any internet center.
No.
It is in your hand, the mobile, right? Whatever you need, you can do it here itself. So this computer era in 2000, I think it is in 2013, it has ended, I think. 2013, no internet and no things. And in 2020, it is mass customization of data. Now in 2025, it is only one era, that is data. Only one thing, if you are a data engineer, one thing you must remember, that you are having data and we need data and we are working on the data. This is an industrial revolution, you can say. So you can see all you are having your SQL DBA. So you know what is DB, relational database. In 1970s. 1980s, it is data warehouse. 1990s, it is warehouse golden age, where you are using again warehouse only. In 2000, what is the cellular elephant? Can anybody say? Nobody. Great, yeah. HDFS. Have you heard that word? HDFS. Hadoop distributed file system. From the databases to one distributed file system you came. And next in 2010, data engineer era started. Now it is in data lake house. So this is all about data engineering. So knowingly or unknowingly, you are all data engineers. So what is an SQL DBA management thing? What you will do in your day-to-day thing? Can anybody from you? All you having that background?
We manage the database.
What you will do with the database?
Manage the data of users.
You managing data only, right?
Yes.
So you are a data engineer, but you don't know that. Now just you are doing the same thing on the cloud. Now you became the big data engineer. You are already a data engineer. Now you becoming the big data engineer. That simple it is. So those who are working on the DB, they were all data engineers only. They were dealing with the data only. But now you are all shifting your data engineering. You are enhancing your data engineering into cloud data engineering. That is only the difference. Thus we will go in the next session on Monday, I think. So if you have any queries, just let me know. Otherwise, wrap up this session. Regarding the class, how many hours it is going to be taking and what is the course content and all, that is all provided by Shanmukti.
One question actually.
Hmm.
So we have other two platforms as well, right? AWS and GCP, Google Cloud Platform. And
Yes.
if we compare with the GCP and AWS, may I know which one is best in terms of market and learning the courses?
GCP and AWS or Azure, GCP and AWS, which, what is
I
your
mean, 3
choice?
out of 3. I'm just asking.
Obviously, I'll say Azure only.
Azure only. Okay.
Why I'm saying Azure, I already told. Azure is more handy than any other.
Okay.
You know, right? Already, I'll show you something here. I have to show it. Okay. So you're having like this, right? All folders. Inside the folders, you are having again folders. No, yes. The structure, you know, right? We are all familiar with this. So
Yes,
this is
yes.
a way, the same way you are having your ADLS locations, Azure Data Lake Storage. So that is no new to you. How to extract, how to upload. See, here you are having new. You can upload a folder. You can upload a file. In the same way you are having in Azure. But in AWS GCP, it won't be like that. They were having their S3 buckets. And here we are using ADF. They were using Glue. Here we are using Synapse. They were using Redshift. Both are same only. Only thing is it is very understandable because we are using from our childhood. Windows and all.
Got it.
How Windows looks in the same way Azure looks. Even a layman can open and can understand what is there inside. So it is like that. Just let me go here and I'll show you. This is a portal for Azure. If I open, this is the data lake where we are storing our data. This is free account. You can understand, right? By seeing like this, you can upload it here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, it is expired. So you can see here and you can understand. This is all like how you looks in the same in the Windows, right? You will have like the same. This is a data factory. You know this by seeing this, we can launch the studio. But AWS and GCP is not like this. If I open here, you can see everything is written here, pipelines, data set, data flows. Once you're familiar with this tools and all, you will be easily work on this. So what I mean to say is you only need to worry about your data, how to get the data, how to transform the data, that thing. But you need not to worry about your tool. Tool is handy for you and tool is like, you feels like it is habituated thing we are doing. So you need not to worry about tool and all. You only need to think about your data only here if you prefer Azure. And after Azure, they were going with AWS because Terraform. So by writing some code, you can deploy all the resources that you don't understand at this point if I told also. So according to me, Azure is the best one.
Thanks, thanks.
And it depends on your architect, how they want, which tool they want and what is the cloud they were using. All depends on your company, but we'll go for the Azure data engineers only, right? If you learn Azure, then we'll go for the Azure only. Okay, after this, if time permits, I'll show you AWS also at the end of the session. At the end of all the sessions. Okay. It's fine. That's it. Okay, then
Okay, Vidya.
we'll come on Monday and we'll meet by the same time, 9:30. Just
Okay,
first
thank
go.
Let's use the same link for the next 5 days, huh?
And one more thing, like if anybody wants SQL and Python basics, then I'll go with this in the next class. Or is it okay? Because we start the class and it will take almost 10 to 15 days to go into the coding. We need to understand what is warehouse and why we are going for all these things. We need to understand. So we need to understand this, how the data warehouse looks and what we need to know. It will take 10 days to understand warehouse concepts. Shall I start warehouse concepts or how? Meanwhile, you can learn some of the basics also. But again, if you don't know anything, no worries. We will start basics and then we'll go into the coding. After all this, we will go to the coding. Why Spark? When Spark begins, then we will go for the code. Okay. Okay then, I'm wrapping this session. No doubts, right? Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.